clear and obvious signs you are dealing with a cheater. We got to talk about it.
I was just patient, never try skating. Fuck niggas hating.
I had to put my professor shades on for this one because I want you to feel like you're sitting in some kind of therapist, office. You know what I'm saying? There's no lenses. Yeah, no, I just like the way they look. I used to have lenses. These are my glasses, but today I'm Dr. Jerome. All right? Have a seat. Relax. You want a Friska? All right. In this video, I want to discuss 9 obvious signs, clear signs that you are dealing with a cheater. Now, when I say you are dealing with a cheater, I mean she has the capabilities to cheat. I mean she might even have the notion to cheat. She might feel entitled to cheat. She probably is already cheating. She would cheat. Yeah. Okay. I've been cheated on many times in life. And cheating, fellas, is not a reflection on you. Let me say that again. Someone cheating on you is not a reflection of who you are. It doesn't mean that you weren't doing your role in a relationship. It doesn't mean that you are not worthy of a faithful relationship. It doesn't mean that you don't deserve respect. It doesn't mean none of that. Let's keep it real. As adults, if you are in a situation and you are unhappy, you have 2 options. One, you can work on that relationship regardless if it means you have sit downs and you have conversations, or you go to therapy sessions like this one right here, and you have conversations and you resolve unresolved issues so that you could put your relationship back on a healthy path. That's option 1. That's when both parties are interested in each other and they want to fight for each other, so they do what's necessary to stay with each other in a healthy way. Second is that you can either break up or do things that pretty much destroy relationships, like fight on a continuous basis. Fights elevate, become more verbally abusive, maybe even physically abusive, and then you still have this attachment, so you don't know how to fully walk away. But everything that's happening right now is pulling you guys apart. It's clear that you guys should not be together, or at least around each other for long periods of time, and that's the only way you guys get along is when you are not in the same presence with each other. A breakup needs to occur. The most healthy thing to do when a relationship goes down that rabbit hole is to break up. Okay? But there are some people who deal with abandonment issues. There are certain women who monkey branch from relationships. So before this relationship is over, she enters in another one in order to secure that supply. And then she lets you go. And then she clings on to this one. And then before this one is over, she monkey branches to another one and she clings on. Then she lets go. So you can see how monkeys swing from vine to vine, like Tarzan. This woman is Tarzan. Okay? She's leaving the relationship while still in it, securing another supply or whatever you want to call it before she lets you go. Women have been doing this for ages. Okay? Some of the women I know, I watch them do this, and I be like, that's not healthy. You don't have any self-reflection time. You don't get to, this person is not thinking about them. They don't think that they are the problem or that they have issues that they need to fix within themselves. They just figure you are no good anymore. You're not making me happy. They jump to the next one. You're no good anymore. You're not making me happy. They jump to the next one. It's a very selfish and arrogant mind state. So you might be with a woman who is a monkey brancher, or a woman who is that insecure and who avoids accountability or avoids self-reflecting, which is, it takes self-reflection in order to take accountability. So more than likely, if you're dealing with a woman who does not take accountability, she has the capability of being a cheater. So I'm going to give you 9 signs that you are dealing with a cheater. Hope you're relaxed. Number 1, sneaky and secretive behavior. This looks like placing her phone face down when she's around you, and she isn't proactive with communicating. So she might talk to you when you talk to her, but she doesn't initiate conversations. And the reason why a woman like this wouldn't initiate conversations is because by her not being proactive and communicating with you, she doesn't have to make up too many lies. She doesn't have to say too many things that she has to remember. She's not giving up enough details to get you caught on to her behavior. So she might pull back on communicating a little bit more. This can be answer your phone less. This can be just talking to you on the phone, but then saying, all right, well, I'll talk to you later. This keeping conversation short, vague, void of details. Okay. I mean, it's a clear, obvious sign if when she comes around you and she pulls her phone out her pocket or her wallet or her purse, she has to have it face down and or ringer off, notifications turned off, things of that nature. If you're sitting with a woman, I haven't done this, but if you sit there, if a woman's in your presence and you go on your phone and then you text her or you call her while she's sitting right there, that was a good test right there. And you don't hear her notifications go off. On the iPhone, it's going to tell you Susie has her notifications turned off. She has her notifications turned off when she's around you. Her ringer is off. You can accidentally call her phone and her ringer's off. Now, this is insecure behavior, fellas. Let's keep it real. If you have to do that, but at the same time, if you just wanted to run that test and see if her phone was off, you could. If you already had other suspicions, hey, I'm not going to judge you. I understand if you're having suspicions and this woman is seeming to be untrustworthy, so you call her phone while she's in front of you to see if it rings. It makes sense to me. Okay. Number 2, entitled behavior. Overly picky and hard to please. Dissatisfied and irritable for no apparent reason. So when you are dealing with a woman who is hard to please, irritable, self-seeking, entitled, feels like she deserves things that she hasn't even earned, you know what I mean? It's just like the world should revolve around her. The entitlement is the thing that is making her more prone to being a cheater because she feels entitled to things that don't belong to her, like other men. She feels entitled to more than she has earned, which is things outside of her own relationship. It's the entitlement that is making her someone who is prone or susceptible to being a cheater. So if you have one of those entitled women, this is a clear sign that you're dealing with somebody who wouldn't have any problem cheating, and she would just figure out ways to hide. Let me interject on this one and say something. When I'm going over these signs, it's best if you have any capability of doing it. I practice this, and I'm being transparent. Never let a woman know that you're onto her. Never let a woman know that you see these things. Just watch them and observe them. If they're throwing you off, you don't want to say anything. 2 reasons why. 1, you say something, you just told her how to play you. Because now she's like, okay, he pays attention to this. Okay, I got to switch that up. That's 1. Number 2, she can accuse you of being insecure. And she's still going to, if after she, accuses you of being insecure, she could still, all right, he almost caught me, and then figure out other ways to go about doing the same exact things. Okay? And then there's a third reason why I wouldn't bring any of this to her attention. You want her to continue doing it and get sloppy. Let her get sloppy. If she doesn't know that you even see anything, she's going to slip. Okay, jumping right back into it. Number 3, she forgets who she told what. I've had this happen to me. I had an ex I was talking to. She had one of those birth control things inserted in her vagina that, like a UTI, I think it's called. And when we would be in the act, I would feel it and it would hurt. And I never said nothing to her, because I didn't want her to feel self-conscious. That's me being a gentleman. But I never said anything because I didn't want her to feel any kind of way, feel awkward or nothing like that. And so I never said nothing intentionally. One day, without even communicating with me that she was going to a doctor's appointment, she goes and she gets the thing removed. Then she comes back home and she tells me, yeah, I took that thing out. I went to the doctor and got it taken out because you said it was hurting. I never said that. Yes, you did. You said you felt it. I said, no, I never said that. We was talking and you said you felt it. I said, I never told you that, not one time. And I said, I didn't feel it. I lied. I said, I didn't feel it. I didn't even know you had one. No, not true. I said, wrong person. She said, not wrong person. I said, yeah, wrong person. Who else would have told you other than me that something was inside of your body that he felt on his body? Mm-hmm. Clear sign that you are being cheated on. I, can you deny it? Mm-mm-mm. Number 4, she carves time out of her day in order for her to have a double life. On iPhones, you can put your phone on do not disturb, but you can also make it to where certain numbers can still come through, even though the rest of the numbers who could possibly call your phone will go immediately to the voicemail that will be temporarily blocked or just, unable to reach you. So a woman who turns her notifications off at a certain time every day and she's like impossible to reach, she's carving out time in her day where she can do something other than entertain you, other than talk to you, other than have to explain what she's doing. She's not available to you. She carved out a certain pocket time. Men do this too, but I'm talking about women. A certain pocket of time where you cannot reach her. She has the ability to live a double life. There is a time out of 24 hours, let's say it's been 10 hours a day, that she carves out that you have no contact with her. You do not know what she's doing. She claims to be asleep, whatever she's doing. Phone died, whatever it is. She was driving. I don't want to hear it. But she can entertain someone completely different other than you every time she does this with her phone. Clear sign that you are dealing with a cheater. And when I say cheater too, let me break down one more thing. Cheating is anything that you do to trick the system. And in this video, I'm discussing the systematic relationship dynamic. So anything that you do, whether it's sexual, financial, intellectual, emotional, that shouldn't be happening, but you do it in a covert way to where you pretty much get away with it, it's considered cheating. So you turning your notifications off for 10 hours a day, even if it's because you didn't want to deal with me, even if you weren't dealing with someone else, you are cheating. You are cheating the system. You are trying to get a higher grade than what you studied for. You're looking at someone else and you're in tests and you're marking it down and you're trying to get something that you haven't earned. You are trying to get more than you deserve. You are trying to take something for granted or take advantage of something that is cheating. But I'm definitely telling you that a woman who carves out a certain amount of time in her day to do something else that she wants to do that doesn't involve you and you are unaware of and you cannot reach her, you are dealing with a cheater. Number 5, outrageous delays times between text messages without any reasonable explanation. Hand in hand with disappearing. But this woman took 6 hours to respond to your text message and she just responded. She didn't say, sorry for the delay, I was at work. Sorry, I was at my son's basketball game. No, she just, when she got back to the phone or when she was done doing whatever she was doing, she just responded to you in a casual sense. No explanation whatsoever. This person doesn't respect your time. She doesn't respect you in general. I guess that's another way you know you've been cheated or you're dealing with a cheater is if she doesn't respect you. And her not having a respectful, reasonable explanation for why she went missing for 3, 6, 9 hours is due to a lack of respect. Number 6, chooses hanging out with her girls over quality time with you. I don't even know if this one needs any more examples. She rather hang with her girls instead of you. This is another way to carve out time that is not around you, not dedicated to you, not cooped up around you. You don't know what's going on. You're not present. But quality time is a love language that many women have, in addition to like physical touch and gifts and etc. For a woman to not even desire to spend quality time with you, but she's not communicating that, there's something that you said or did that makes her not want to be around you. If a woman is willing to put up with stuff that she does not like in a relationship with you without leaving, but her actions show that she's not interested in you, You are dealing with a cheater. I like the way I brung that back around. She wants to hang out with her friends. It don't matter if she wants to go to the church. It don't matter if she wants to. If she rather do something other than be around you, but she is not having a conversation to resolve that issue, if she is festering in resentment and unresolved issues in a relationship with you, you are dealing with a cheater. I have a video down my channel, way when I started my channel. It wasn't that long ago, but it's called People Who Put Up With Shit Are Typically Full of Shit. And in that video, if you watched it, you will see I clearly articulate when somebody is unhappy in a situation with you and they put up with it, there's a reason why. On your own time, go check out that video. I'll break it down. Okay. Number 7, stories change every time you hear them. Happens to me all the time. A woman will tell me a story about something. Next time I hear the story, it's details that's been shifted. After 3 or 4 times of hearing the story, it's not even the same story no more. I had a woman who I had a conversation with her about how much she used to want to go out. And I used to tell her, like, yo, we can stay indoors sometimes. And she was like, oh, I don't mind that. She was trying to play the role and save face. So there was a situation that she wanted to go out after we had this conversation again. But she tried to tell me that her sister wanted to know if she'd come out, as if it wasn't her idea, even though it was. I told her no, because I didn't want to go out again. We were going out like 2-3 times a week. I was burnt out. I was like, yo, we don't need to. We can go do something more intimate. We don't have to be in the parties all the time. She goes. I let her go. I went to sleep. Woke up in the morning. I had missed calls from her around 3:40 in the morning. And when I spoke to her, she said she had gotten in an accident. I said, what happened? She said a car was going to sideswipe her. So to avoid them, she swerved and hit the median. Almost totaled her car. It cost her about $2,000 in damage. I'm like, damn, you must have been scared. Yeah. Okay. About 3 months later, she's telling the same story to her sister. And she tells her sister, I was drunk and fell asleep behind the wheel and wrecked my own car, girl. And I'm sitting right there like, did she forget what she told me? Clear signs you're dealing with a cheater. Bare minimum, you're dealing with a pathological liar, because you destroying your own car. I'm not the one that got to pay for your premiums, your insurance, or your repairs. You know, so you lying was to avoid accountability, because you knew I would have been like, see, that's why I said you shouldn't be going out so much, especially at the hours that you're going out. You went out 2-3 times this week. Chill for a second. You didn't want to hear me tell you anything. So you lied. Then when your sister asked you about it and you forgot what you had told me, or you might have thought you forgot what you said, you might have thought you told me the truth, and then you told your sister the truth. The truth you should have told me the first time. I'm like, interesting. And to this day, she don't know I heard the difference in her story. She said that same story like to 3 people, and the story kept changing. I was like, got you. Like I said, I'm not gonna tell no woman what I see. I'm not gonna tell you how to play me. You better be one hell of you better earn that. You wanna play me, you better be swift. Number 8, overprotective over a phone. This is pretty basic. We watch videos like this all day over social media, where a woman or a man is sitting at a dinner table, and then the man goes to reach for the cup, and it's right next to the phone, and then the woman grabs the phone, and he's like, and then he nods his head and he gets up and walks away because he's like, yep. Clear sign you're dealing with a cheater. Come on now. What the hell you grab your phone up like that for? I respect those men who don't even have a conversation with it. They just go and they just get up and leave. Cause what you gonna have her explain herself to you? Guys, some things what's understood don't need to be explained, brother. What's understood does not need to be explained. Leave. Number 9. Has your woman ever left the house in one outfit and come back in a different one? Oh, I like to take showers a lot because I be sweating a lot. I believe that. I know people who sweat a lot and change clothes a lot. But if you leave about the house in a red dress and you come back in a black one, I need an explanation. And I'm probably not going to ask you for no explanation. And the reason why is because I don't want you to know that I'm onto you. And I will pay attention to what day of the week you leave this house in one outfit and come back in the next one, because it's going to be a pattern. I'm going to watch it for the pattern. So a lot of people out there, they don't want to be cheated on. I get it. I don't want to be cheated on either. And they feel like, man, but by not saying nothing, I'm going to keep getting cheated on. By saying something, you're going to get worse treatment because you just told her what you're paying attention to. If you got in her car and you found a man's watch or his cologne or something like that, and you said, who the hell is it? First, she's going to make up a story. And then next time she does it, before she comes home, she's going to clean out her car. You just told her how to play you. Hush. Observe. Trust me on this. The pain is not going to be different from making an assumption, or actually it'd probably be worse if you made an assumption and you asked her questions up front and then she was able to play you for longer, versus if you just let it go on for a little bit and then you observe, and then when you got enough evidence to be like, goodbye. I'm sure, because if she's going to lie to you and then you're going to be like feeling crazy, you're going to feel like she's gaslighting you and you don't know what reality is, and you're like, and then you sit there and you tolerate it and you just keep getting played. These were 9 of my signs, personal experience signs, that you are definitely dealing with a cheater, a woman who has the capability or the willingness to cheat. I'm not calling her one. I'm just saying cheaters do this. If this video has helped you in any way, please give me a like, comment, subscribe. If this is your first time to my channel, my name is Jerome, and this has been yet another episode of The Superb Word. I appreciate you for watching. I'll be back with you. Until next time, 2 fingers.